Okay, folks, this is absolutely insane what you're about to see, and we cannot make progress in this country when we're literally fighting, talking over each other and yelling in condescending manners in Congress over definitions, folks. Watch this, then my comments.
I want to visit with you, Ms. Maskey, but before I do, I just want to clear one thing up. Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important.
Because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think so.
So you're denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this, where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good time in my class. You should join. You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Wow, we're screwed. I propose that from now on, every time we have a hearing like this, we have a set standard of definitions, so that when one person says a person capable of pregnancy, it's understood that we're talking about a naturally born woman, a person who has biologically been born with a vagina and a uterus. The biological structures required to have pregnancy and actually carry a vital or viable baby. Now, look, we could do this while still respecting whether somebody identifies as a woman, trans man, non-binary, or whatever. We can still respect their wishes. And now, I have to say, I don't necessarily have the greatest esteem for Senator Hawley, but to have this condescending back and forth and, oh, you'd learn something in my classroom, oh, I'm sure I will, oh my gosh, and now there's this argument about encouraging violence by talking about definitions. This is absolutely insane, and our country is going to literally go nowhere if this is the kind of time that we waste. We should be focusing on one set of definitions so that we can actually talk about the root of real issues, like spending more money on mental health education. Rather than debating this, how about spending more money on teaching mental education, or ME, in schools? That we should do. But fighting over definitions and then trying to get like clickbait viral clips for each side out of this, it's stupid.